This is why you should be composting with chickens. Just look at these starts I got with a 1-part chicken compost mix. Chicken composting system has been working pretty good, as you can tell. Make sure you guys do stick around to the end of the video, because I'm going to show you some of the results I got using the chicken compost to start my seeds indoors. A rainy day like this is a real good day to come into the chicken composting system and show you what we got going on here. These girls have been working real hard all winter, and I am standing on top of about 12 inches of really nice compost. It's been really dry out, so I haven't mixed this around a lot. And since we're finally getting rain, I want to highlight one of the great features about my composting system here is that water does come in, but it doesn't spread under this canopy. And it gives me a nice wet spot along here. And you can see, look at all this awesome broken down material. I've noticed the chickens like digging in here since it's a little bit more moist because there's worms in there. Gives them something to eat. One of the things people were asking me about is, does the run get sloppy when you do this? Does it get all muddy in here? And the answer is no, it does not. I don't know why. It seems to balance itself out when the hens are in here mixing everything together. But right now, with this dry spell we had, it has gotten a little dry in here. The compost underneath is nice and moist, still active, but we have a really dry layer on top. This is where the rainwater comes in. So what I like to do here, when the rainwater comes in, I'll go over, grab some of the wet material, dig it out, and drag it over to the center. The chickens are already working at it because they know there's worms in here now, so they're trying to pick through and grab all the worms. As usual, I'm still giving the chickens all the food scraps from the house. They love it. They know they're going to get their scraps every day. And their favorite food is starting to show up. Garden weeds. I really need to weed the asparagus patch. Finally have asparagus coming up. If you guys haven't followed along with my chicken composting, I'm going to link my other videos. If you're a chicken owner and you garden, this is something you should be doing. I follow a lot of the gardening pages and the chicken pages. It seems like one of the problems people have inside their chicken run is it gets really muddy and sloppy. The chicken composting system is a really good solution to this. It's also the fastest way to compost. I showed you guys a video about keeping piles hot in the wintertime, cold composting. I have let my piles go cold because the chicken composting system is super effective. Chickens do all the work for me. A few days ago, I cut down some ornamental grass that's about 6 foot tall and tossed it in here, and you can barely recognize it. The chickens are already starting to break it down. I did have a point where it got kind of moist inside the chicken run when we had a lot of rain, and that's when you're going to add the browns to your compost. So the chicken composting system is just like any other compost. Problem is, I ran out of dried leaves. I got a little bit left. I want to use them for mulch in my garden. So I came up with a solution. Shredded cardboard. I've been adding shredded cardboard inside here, and it breaks down so fast. It's a great way to recycle something that would just go in a dumpster. I just take it and just spread it across the surface of the chicken composting system, and the hens come through here, mix it up, and in 2 weeks, it's dirt. Some people are asking me if the compost from the chicken run is too hot to use like other manures you would when it first comes out. But I've been using it in my seed blocking recipe. So let's go take a look at some of the results of using compost straight out of the chicken run and see what we got. I'm trying to get some plants out of my house. So we have some broccolis and some pak choys out here, enjoying the cool rainy weather hardening off. Everything growing on this rack right now was started with a mix of chicken compost and some other materials. We got some artichokes, 26-day-old tomatoes. Just look how healthy that tomato is. We got the seed blocks going here with some cherry bombs. Got some chocolate peppers. Germination tub right here. We got some Carolina Reapers coming up. Waiting on the cannabis and some other peppers to start coming up. But just look at this guy in the chicken compost mix. That is a healthy seed start right there. I don't fertilize. All the fertilizer I'll ever need is right in these seed blocks, thanks to the chicken compost. If you want to grow food beyond organic and you have the room, I highly suggest going out and getting yourself some chickens. It's not a ton of work to keep chickens, and you get the benefit of awesome compost that's going to start seeds like this. And just imagine what it's going to do inside the garden. Got some plants going into the ground, so make sure you subscribe to keep up to date on the chicken composting and all of the permaculture growing. And as always, thanks for watching.